I swear these Trump-supporting MAGA types, as well as everyone in his cabinet, will do anything but say that Donald Trump screwed up. Now, the MAGA types, they're just not smart enough to know. They don't even know. They're in a cult. They don't get it. But the people in his cabinet, they know he's screwing up. They just don't have the guts to tell him because everyone he has surrounded himself with are all yes men and yes women. Jake Tapper was interviewing Brooke Rollins. She's the Secretary of Agriculture. He asked her the question that many of us have been wondering. He asked her, you guys impose tariffs on a lot of countries. One of the countries is only occupied by penguins. Why did you impose tariffs on a place that is only occupied by penguins? Instead of her saying, you know what? That was a screw up. I don't know how that place got in on the list, but it did. We screwed up. But let's move on and talk about something else. No, she acted as if Jake Tapper was the idiot for even asking the question.
President Trump laid out with a giant graphic of all the countries where tariffs were going to be, what he called reciprocal tariffs, were going to be imposed. And you're imposing a 10% tariff on the Heard and McDonald Islands. The Heard and McDonald Islands have 0 human inhabitants. They have 0 exports. They have 0 imports. They do have a lot of penguins. Why are you putting import tariffs on islands that are entirely populated by penguins?
Well, I mean, come on, Jake. Obviously, here's the bottom line. We live under a tariff regime from other countries. We have too long
the McDonald Islands is not imposing
the idea that America goes first. I mean, come on. Whatever. Listen, the people that are leading this are serious, intentional, patriotic, the smartest people I've ever worked with. I did not come up with the formulas. I'm the ag secretary. I studied agriculture at Texas A&M. I was in a lot of conversations to make sure our farmers and our ranchers were part of that. The president recognized the importance of inputs. We got potash and fertilizer to make sure they could do their planting. But I have no doubt that I speak on behalf of President Trump when he would say he has the utmost confidence in the team and what they have built and what they have put together. And we are unleashing a new golden age, and we will see an economy that will benefit not just every corner of America, but our farmers and our ranchers and the people that have been left behind for far too long by both Republicans and Democrats.
I like how she says, hey, listen, I'm the agriculture person. I didn't write any of that stuff. I went to Texas A&M, but for agriculture, understand that. So she's trying to distance herself from that horrible move that she can't even admit is a horrible move. And then she talks about how, Trump has the utmost respect and the utmost confidence in his team because they're so smart and all this stuff. These bunch of smart people, all these geniuses, impose tariffs on an island that is only occupied by penguins. That's how smart they are. But here's another thing about how smart they are. Howard Lutnick, he's the genius behind this, right? He's the guy who knows all the stuff. He goes on all the shows. He's the one who claims he already sold 1,000 of Donald Trump's gold cards, right? That guy. He's on Jesse Waters recently. And Jesse Waters is talking about how the stock market is going down and all this stuff. And Howard Lutnick's like, hey, this is the best time for you to buy Tesla right now. Are you crazy? You wouldn't be able to get these prices. You should be investing in Elon Musk. Like, this guy is intelligent and blah, 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 right? During that time, Tesla stocks were $288 per share. They're $216 now. Yeah, you would have lost about $70 on the stock market per share if you would have invested in Tesla when Howard Lutnick told you to. The guy who's the genius, right, behind all of this stuff is telling you to invest in something that is still tanking as well.
If you want to learn something on this show tonight, buy Tesla. It's unbelievable that this guy's stock is this cheap. It'll never be this cheap again. When people understand the things he's building, the robots he's building, the technology he's building, people are going to be dreaming of today and Jesse Waters and thinking, gosh, I should have bought Elon Musk's stock. I mean, who wouldn't invest in Elon Musk? You got to be kidding.
All right, so you're calling the bottom. This is it.
So he's just another talking head who is a yes man for Donald Trump and doesn't actually know what he's talking about at all. But the best of all of this is when the MAGAs try to get in on it and they try to pretend that they're smart. So someone in the comments of the video of her talking about, come on, Jake Tapper, don't ask me about that, said that the reason Trump did that was to close the loopholes so countries wouldn't incorporate there and try to dodge tariffs. How do you incorporate on an island where there's no place to go and fill out the paperwork to incorporate? How do you incorporate on an island where there's no people, there's no post office, there's not, these people will do anything but say that Donald Trump messed up. They will twist themselves in all type of pretzels to say that Donald Trump is a genius and he's playing 3D chess. And what's funny is, if that were true, she would have said that, but it's not. And this is like when someone told me that Donald Trump changed the name from the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America because that was his way of beating Biden, who only said you couldn't drill in places that were, you couldn't drill in the Gulf of Mexico. So Donald Trump changed the name, the Gulf of America, so that he could drill there. These people will say any freaking thing. We're dealing with idiots. Make no mistake about it. These people are not smart. They don't have the guts to stand up to the guy. So even if they were intelligent on the stock market and economy and all that, they don't even have the guts to tell Donald Trump when he's wrong. And this is why we have what we have today. We have a stock market that is crashing, and you have Republicans trying to tell you this is a good thing. You have inflation going up. You have the unemployment rate going up. You have jobs going down. And that is because the people who are supposed to be the guardrails, the people who are supposed to be smart enough, aren't telling him a damn thing. They treat Donald Trump like a 4-year-old. They allow him to do whatever, and they cheer it on because they don't have the gall to tell him when he's wrong. This is why we're in the mess that we're in right now. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.